Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Dan. I'm the wannabe geek. I'm just an average guy with an above average interest in all things technology. So today, I'm going to go through with you a step-by-step guide on how to crash your drone. On several occasions, I've had the unfortunate event of putting my drones through some pretty rigorous activities that have caused them to crash. Both the Mavic Air and the Mavic Mini. Now, you might say, this thing's only brand new. Well, yep, I crashed it on the second flight, which you're going to see a little bit later in the video. But look, these three steps are quite an easy step-by-step process on how you can actually crash your drone too. So please follow through. If you own a drone or are just getting started with your first drone, please take note to these three steps because they will absolutely ensure that you're going to crash too. And guess what? It's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when, because there's always that first time. You know, it takes me back to that song, Moments, Bliss N Esso. I remember my first crash, remember my first... Yeah, so anyway, I'm not a singer, and I'm not going to about to break out into song for you. So let's get into these steps and watch through. There's some footage that I've got of each crash that I'm explaining here. A bit of a disclaimer, no drones were hurt in the filming or production of this video. Step one, with the Mavic Air, if you want to crash your Mavic Air, be sure to fly your drone in sport mode all the time. We all love to fly this little devil as fast as we possibly can. Don't tell me you don't, because I know you do. You want to see how fast that this little bad boy can get up to? Look, advertised, this thing says it can get up to 68.4 kilometers an hour. Well, let me tell you, I've had this up to 72.6 kilometers an hour. For those of you that are using miles per hour, that is equivalent to 45.12 miles per hour. Advertised though, to do 42.5 miles per hour. So if you want to crash your Mavic Air, fly it everywhere in sport mode. I guarantee you, you're gonna crash it. Check out how I crash mine. Yeah, my wife wasn't too impressed when I crashed it into the car. But anyway, step number two, if you want to be sure to crash your Mavic Air again, I mean, look, this poor thing has been through a bit, but like I made it the disclaimer, no drones were harmed in the making and the production of this film. So if you want to crash your drone, step number two, the only thing you need to do is try to grab it and turn it off while the thing is hovering. In this video, I actually was filming with my GoPro. I actually had no idea that the GoPro was on. I was zipping around, we had some family there, just down the beach, and some family was sitting around and I was hovering around. I was probably doing things I shouldn't. Yeah, so that one actually did hurt my finger. It left a nice little blood blister on the end of my finger. I was lucky that I didn't stick my fingers high through it and didn't actually slice them up. Because these blades do spin quite fast. But anyway, step number three, if you want to guarantee yourself that you will crash your drone, just don't take any notice of the power poles, trees, or any other building structures that just happen to be in its flight path. If it looks like it's going to hit it, it's going to hit it. I can guarantee you that. And I was flying my Mavic Mini, the second flight, and I'm actually getting quite confident, and I guess I would consider myself getting quite agile and in maneuvering my drones, and I try to actually do some of the maneuvers not using the quick shot functions. So in this one, I was actually doing the circular quick shot function, and you can see in the background there's a power pole. As it maneuvers around me, I'm sitting on the back of my truck, and it comes around and it hits the power pole. I was like, oh my gosh. But you know what, the cool thing? This thing didn't fall out of the sky. I immediately stopped the recording on the application. I wish I didn't, because you would have been able to see me recover. However, you do see that it actually just sits there and hovers from the footage. The gimbal, actually I had the gimbal off obviously as it was flying, but the camera actually dropped down and points down to the ground. But this thing didn't land, didn't crash. You can see on the back of the drone, that's actually where it hit the power pole. So I was actually quite impressed. Anyone that wants to get a drone, this thing is actually worth the money. It is an incredible, power-packed little drone. and it did handle the crash. I do say that in my previous video about my Mavic Mini, the unboxing and first flight impressions, the one thing that I wasn't too keen on was the no rear sensors or front-facing sensors. However, it's still a brilliant little drone and has the great maneuverability. So there you go, there you have it. There's my 3 steps in making sure that you're going to crash your drone. So thank you for joining me today. All in all, it's a lot of fun. I have so much fun flying these drones out and about. I try to get out every weekend. Today's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, so I've got to get out there and start flying these things instead of being in here making a video about crashing these. Look, let me just finish it off with this. Make sure that you are actually making every effort to fly safe. There are rules and regulations within every state, country and capital. Here in Australia we have our own set of rules governed by CASA, and that is to ensure that you are flying safe, that people around you are safe. So please ensure that when you are flying these things that you're flying safe. Please don't use my guide as a step-by-step instructions on to go out and crash your drone. Obviously this is all in a bit of fun. Hey, that's it for me. I'm the Wannabe Geek. My name is Dan, and thank you. Please hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit it twice if you didn't like it. And please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more notifications of further videos coming out. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.